Right, good morning guys and welcome to day 5. I've just packed, I'm ready to go. This is where I slept last night, by the way, in between these two caravans here in my tent. All packed up. I'll just run through what I'm taking with me. Some people might want to know what I take on my daily trip with me. So what I've been doing is I'm paying a company £6 a day to transfer my bag to the next stop, which is fantastic. I would not have been able to complete this. I still don't know if I'm going to be able to complete it, but I certainly wouldn't if I were carrying that. I'm sure I wouldn't. So I've been putting this little backpack on, which I use for metal detecting. All I've got is a bit of tissue, some painkillers, plasters, microphone muffler, spare phone, which is basically a spare camera, bit of fudge, that's all I've got to eat, some bandages, little mini tripod, and I've been taking that, which isn't enough, so today I'm taking 2 lots of water and my battery pack to keep my phone charged, my camera charged. So that's everything I'm taking with me. As far as I'm concerned, my face is a bit battered. It's really swelling up at night. As soon as I put my head down, it starts swelling up, and it's all down to dehydration. And I'm getting a lot of spots around my lip and upper lip here, and I'm starting to peel there from the sun. And my feet are sore, but overall, in the morning I'm not too bad. It's after about 8 miles it really starts to hurt. Today we've got 11 miles to go. We're going to it's a pub, Robin Hood Inn. I'm sleeping in the back garden in my tent. Tonight Liverpool are playing in the football final, and I don't think the pub have a television, so I don't think I'll be able to watch it in there. I'm just praying I get a good reception on my phone and I can watch it on the internet on my phone. Fingers crossed. Let's do this. Yeah, yesterday I started limping, and I presumed it would ease overnight, and it hasn't. I've literally done 200 metres and I'm limping again already. It's my right thigh. The rest of me seems okay, it's just my right thigh. And to limp another 30 odd 40 miles, I don't know if I can do it. I really don't know if I can go through this. But we'll carry on. A little story for you from through the night. I had a rat in my tent. With tents, there's 2 parts to a tent. There's your inner shell and then the outer shell. It was about 3:30 in the morning, and I opened the inner shell, just had a look out, and there was rustling in between the inner shell and outer shell where my shoes were, my trainers, my boots were. And then the rustling got louder. I started to panic. I saw a tail of a rat, and I quickly zipped my inner back in. I could hear the rat trying to run away, but that was stuck in between the inner and the outer. So for about 3 minutes, we both like cowering away from each other, terrified. Both of us are terrified, but then he must have got out somehow. But whoo, that was scary. That was really scary. Not that I'm scared of rats, it's just the surprise. You don't expect a rat to sleep with you, do you? It's not the first time though. So for most of today, we're actually following this road. The place I'm staying tonight is on the road, but we walk. The path takes you alongside the road pretty much all the way, I believe. Now, from what I've heard from other hikers and reading about it, this part they don't like at all. There's not much to see, and these stiles, there's, I think someone said 54 of them on this leg. Now, the problem with these stiles is certainly when you've got an injury like I have, it's so hard to lift your foot up. It's such agony. Once you're on the first step, you're alright because you've got somewhere to hold on. But that first step is agony. So I've got to do this 54 times today, and just keep going on this path. You can sort of see the path. It's just a matter of following that. It's going to rain, by the way. You can tell because the cows are lying down, but it is forecast. Oh, I don't know if you can see that little baby there. Look at the age of them little calves. Oh, little cuties. A little tip for you, which I've learnt along the way. For people who aren't hikers, people like me who decide to do things like this. Everybody I've asked who is like me, they've all got a blister on the back of the heel. Because the feet just aren't used to it. Or they haven't broken the shoes in properly. Various reasons, but usually because your feet are too soft, I think. Wear a sock liner and then your sock. So like 2 pairs of socks and it won't happen. Also, I aren't, by the way, I haven't got an inner to put in. I'm still wearing 1 pair of socks, but one other thing I've been doing wrong is not tightening the laces very tightly. Make sure you tighten them. I've tightened them today. I've put some very thick socks on today, and these are proper hiking thick winter ones really. It's too warm for them, but because my feet are snugly in there now and not moving around, I'm not noticing the problem with the heel, knowing there's a blister at the back of there. So yeah, just a few little footwear tips for you from a professional, because I'm a professional now. And whilst I'm giving tips, as I say, I've got a problem with my right thigh. It's really hurting. And I've come to the conclusion, I know why it's happened. My left one's fine. It's because I'm right-handed and you tend to lead with your right foot. You put more pressure on your right foot and your left sort of drags behind. If you know what I mean? So, do what I'm trying to do today. Use your left leg. If you do get this pain, start walking on your left leg and giving your right one a bit of a rest. It's working so far. I've done a mile and I'm not dead. Don't think I'll make 2, but we'll see, we'll see. Oh, another stile, yippee. Well, I am past halfway on my travels now. And I wish it was by road, because look at that, it's only 35 miles to Carlisle. I set off, mind you, it was 12 miles the other way, 15 miles away from Carlisle, so 50 miles I've done according to that. Newcastle, we're going a bit further than Newcastle, I think, but yeah, we're well past halfway. We've just passed Chollerton, which is a tiny little village, but it had a shop, hey! Look at the size of this. I don't know which river it is, but it's big, it's very big. Crossing this river, this bridge now, and if the notes I've written down are correct, there is now a huge hill, and it's like the hardest hill of the entire walk, if you can still hear. It's so rude, isn't it, of traffic to come past. It's supposed to be Hadrian's path. Walk, man. It's meant to be quiet and peaceful and stuff, and all you horrible people are coming past in your oil and petrol guzzling scummy machines. Go away. Right, back to tranquility. Let's go. Yeah, I think I took a slightly wrong turn there, because I've come from up that road, which was very steep, and it keeps going on and it gets steeper, much steeper. But this sign's saying I should have been coming from up here, so I think I just cut out a little bit by accident and did a road instead. Now I'm going through some woods. Okay, we've hit an important landmark here. This is Plane Trees, and this is the last piece of wall I'm going to see. There is like a reproduction wall further on, of, you know, a proper built segment of wall, but it's not real, it's not real. This is the last of the real thing. So if you're travelling from the east coast and coming this way, this is the first bit of wall you will see. So when you think about it, I have actually walked Hadrians Wall already. What's remaining of it anyway. So that's 1 feat I've conquered. I've still got to get to the end where the wall did originally finish. And for anyone who believes them nursery rhymes where Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall, or them 10 green bottles, it's a myth. There's nothing on the walls at all. Well, you can't walk past such beauty and not take a picture of that. Look at that. Beautiful. There's some kind of strange little building here. Just past some nice cottages and a church. It's not going too bad. Still a long way. I think I've got 7 miles to go yet. But I can't complain. I'm not aching. I'm not dying yet. But I'm just worried about this hill because according to what I've read, there's another 3 miles of steep hills. And I haven't really hit anything massively long and steep like it suggests. Just look at this. It's like walking through the Garden of Eden. Apart from the damn main road at the other side. But how beautiful. I've come at the right time of year, that's for sure. There's with these wonderful flowers out and all the lambs in every single field, there's lambs skipping around. It's beautiful. All in all, it's just another brick in the wall. I had to get that one in. I had to get it in. I've gone past Hadrians Wall and I forgot to do it. Hey. I've just realised I am actually walking up a steep hill. The road here, if I was walking on the road, that would be agony, because that looks steep. That is steep. But walking on the grass next to it, you don't notice it. I know I'm going uphill, but it doesn't feel like a steep hill. I'm feeling really quite fit today. For the first time, I think I've actually got it in my head that I am going to complete this journey. I feel good. I feel real good. My legs eased off a little bit. My feet, they're still on fire, but I can handle that. Yeah, it's all going all right now. Look at the state of this. All these cut down trees. Now, I know it's different nowadays. They will have replanted some more trees somewhere else, I know that. But, did you know, since I was born, there's 90% less trees in the world than there was since the day I was born. How ridiculously bad is that? And this one didn't help. That's an old tree. That's a really old, lovely tree. Bless it. Yeah, it's coming up to a bit of a joke now. We've got a stile there, a stile there, and a stile there. They're not easy to get over, these stiles, you know, when your legs are heavy. There's no scenery to show you today, guys. It's just paths like this, or in grass fields next to this road. Quite an uneventful day, but it's gone okay. I'm only 1.4 miles from the finish. And yes, it's probably been the easiest day, but still very, very hard. So an American guy just passed me and he says he's off to Twice Brewed. And I says, oh yeah, that's where I've just come from. And I was thinking, God, that's a long walk. He's setting off late to do this walk, because it's like 1 o'clock or something now. Anyway, it went on and I started walking. Then I thought, Twice Brewed? No, that wasn't this morning, that was yesterday morning. The guy's walking about 26 miles. It's 1 o'clock in the afternoon and he's set off and he's going to walk 26 miles. What's wrong with me? What's wrong with my legs? Why can't I do things like this? I can literally crawl 15 miles in a day. Literally crawl. It's just not fair. It's not fair. I want to be fit and healthy and like other people.
Now don't forget to support Deep Digger Dan's charities by clicking on the link in the description. Woohoo!